Thank you again for this morning. Let's get it right that there were some very excellent things that the president was saying, and when I talk about excellent, just wait to see what I call excellent. When it comes to rhetorics, when it comes to talking, the president is very good at positioning himself. He's very good at going through things he believes in, and there's no problem. The issue is, what is it that he is talking about, and how in sync is he with the Kenyan nation? So, when you come and talk about Beyond Vision 2030, the first thing anybody expects you to do is to really analyze and give us an evaluation of where we've gone to or we've gotten to because of Vision 2030. Zero. That speech doesn't have any analysis. The second thing, it does not talk about why he and President Uhuru abandoned Vision 2030 immediately after they took over from Kibaki. He does not talk about why in their second term with President Uhuru, they created what they call the Big Five. Yeah, they brought manufacturing, I don't know what. Housing. They had zero delivery on it.
Universal health coverage.
He has not talked about where he has gotten us with his bottom-up economic transformation. That speech doesn't refer to it. Selective amnesia. Selective amnesia because if you can't talk about why we have been abandoning Vision 2030, why do you think we can now embrace something beyond Vision 2030? What is it in our culture, political culture? What is it in our leadership culture and governance culture that does not make us follow through anything? And what has changed to make us believe that what you are now telling us will happen in 2060? Those are the things that we're looking for. But let's quickly look at what he's saying.
Okay.
He is telling us that the model that he wants us to adopt is the model that got South Korea, that got Singapore in 1970s to where they got to. No problem. He's telling us that the model he wants us to choose is the model of in the 1980s, which got China where it is to today. But I want to give you an example.
Okay.
2018, 2017, we went to South Korea and saw what the Korean Advanced Institute of Science and Technology was doing. Because the South Koreans had gone to MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, had seen what the institute was doing, they borrowed it, and they made it work in Korea. KAIST. That is the engine and the hub for patents and for innovation, for LG, for Samsung, and that's where actually industrialization is spanned from in South Korea. They borrowed it, it worked. Now we said we liked the idea.
Yes.
So we borrowed the idea, took a loan, South Korean through Exim Bank, and the EDCF gave us a highly concessional loan, 0.05 to 1% interest rate over 40 years. 20 years down the line, we are still talking about implementing it. Now we recently have created it. Now the institution is in Konza City. There's nobody we have admitted so far. We are going to pay that loan before we even graduate one person. So it does not matter. We can borrow ideas. We can go back to the 80s. We can go back to the 70s. But in our culture, we hardly follow anything through. And why? Because of elite capture, because of corruption, because of incentives. Our incentives for leadership fall flat on accountability, on transparency, and keeping the promise. So the president is following his true footsteps. He's telling us things that he has told us before, and he's promising us that he's not likely to follow them through. But at the end of it all, this meeting is calling on the 12th of August. What will it really do?
To launch this
thing so that you tell the Kenyans what you need to do. Now, let's put it in a constitutional perspective. So what is the essence of public participation? When you have gotten people to think through a document, and the people that you have gone for, and let's get it right. Professor Hino, Professor Anyang' Nyong'o are great guys. They have a great history, including the Economic Recovery Strategy paper that Professor Anyang' Nyong'o was able to help us have when he was the Cabinet Secretary or the Minister then for Planning. in 2000, early 2000. Fine. You are going to them to give you a strategy for 2060, and they're using the lenses of 1970 and 1980. Totally out of sync. So if that is the case, and you want to go to consult Kenyans on that framework, you want now to put people together, you want even to have some academic people come to join this group to talk about, this is not going to work. And we are saying it now, because what we are now doing is just having a conversation. The president wants to have a conversation. He wants to have reason to bring people together.
Or to make people know that he's around.
Yes, he's around.
Yeah.
And therefore to pretend that there's public participation, there's nothing like it. What we have is that he's now trying to find his space to make a case for beyond 2027.
Professor,